Oh, okay, okay. Looks like we're here. Looks like we are definitely talking. I know that I see my stream. Okay, so we are going to pop out the chat. We're gonna thin the chat because. Oh, it said concurrent viewers. It did say one at one point, and then it says zero. I don't know if that's just me watching it to maintain, just watch it or whatever. Alright, so what we are going to want to do is just go to live chat. Okay, so we okay, looks like we got everything that I need on my other screen, so we good, we good. Okay, we good, we good. Okay. So I don't have a specific topic for today in regards to what I would like to talk about specifically. So we just gonna play some LA Noir because this is just a game that I really enjoy. Yeah, so I went and I was basically creating a new thumbnail today. So basically, I have like the thumbnail for the streams are gonna be the Switch, a picture of the Switch with a whatchamacallit over it, a second picture of whatever game I'm playing. So then that way it's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Oh, I did have a topic. Oh, gaming as an adult. Okay, okay. I completely forgot. I made that and then I was like, yo, what is all this about? So, all right. So, gaming as an adult as opposed to
Sorry, officer. Something tells me I gotta be careful what I say from here on out.
where's the truck? I'm supposed to be looking for something. But yeah, so basically nah, none of those handles are gray are gold, so okay, yeah, and there's the whatchamacallit here, the clue music. Okay, so while I try to figure this out on where I'm supposed to go to finish this up this mission or whatnot, I just wanted to talk a little bit because, as we get older and we start taking on more responsibilities, you know, gaming changes for a lot of us. For a lot of us gamers, we grew up playing the game, loving the game, but then as you get older, other parts of your life, you get full-time jobs, relationships, and you get all these things that pretty much just show that that other things that have precedence in your life. So, as a kid, I started playing the video games during the PlayStation 1. A very frequent game I played back then was Tekken 3. Tekken 3. Ooh, Ape Escape. I haven't thought about Ape Escape in years. Ape Escape was a game that oh, you can't walk over there. Ape Escape was a game where you would play as like this spiky head kid with a fish, not a fishnet, what like the the net on a stick, kind of like how how guys who clean pools use the long stick to get stuff with the net on it out of the pool. It's like that, except he does that with the monkeys, and the monkeys would escape, and you would have to basically just go and collect all the monkeys. And I used to, you know what I mean? I used to play that game a lot. Those games were fantastic. I can't remember how many Ape Escapes there were, but I had one of them. I can't seem to remember like how many there were. Did they even make it to did they even make it to the PlayStation 2 era? I'm not even sure. That Clue music stopped playing, so this must be, there must be a clue somewhere out front. But yeah, so I basically wanted to talk about gaming as an adult because, you know, this is a hobby to where when we were kids, we didn't have to, you know, take on the financial responsibility for keeping up our gaming. So it's like gaming back then was so much different and how we dealt with it. Like even me, like my first game console that I bought myself was when I was 18. And yeah, see that music. Yeah, that music is somewhere over there. It must be that book. Cause I had already played the I already played this story, but I'm gonna skip it just cause. But you know, once you become an adult and you start to pay for the consoles yourself, you know, you have like an expectation and everything. And as we get older, we naturally get less time to actually, you know, play games like I was mentioning earlier. When I was 18, the first console that I bought myself, I was working at UPS. This was 2010, and I ended up getting myself a Xbox 360. Is it me or is that music stop? Oh, what's this? Oh, it's not clickable. Clickable. But yeah, so back in 2010, I bought myself a Xbox 360. And the game, I went to GameStop. My dad, because it was around the Christmas time. And basically, the blue room is in here.
I think we know why Ramez has been ordering so much ice.
Oh, okay. We had to look for the polar bear. They're going to drop it.
LAPD, leave it right there. Everyone out of the vehicle and put your hands up. There's something in the ice. He's making a run for it. Let him have it.
Oh.
Clear me some space here.
Oh, it's a shootout.
Give me some goddamn cover. Show me your face, motherfucker.
I wonder that I wish that there was some type of like non-lethal way to take these guys out.
Take them all to Hollywood Station. Have the ME and tech services go over this place.
Where will you be?
Hunting polar bear.
Okay, so my first console that I bought with my own money, it was the Xbox 360. My dad, it was peak season with
turning a blind eye to narcotics.
it was
Keep your
peak
shirt on,
season
Phil.
with whatchamacallit.
Drugs are prohibited. Doesn't mean
I'm
people
sorry, I
don't want
gotta
to
turn
take
this
them.
down in my
Limiting supply doesn't mean
headset.
that we have limited demand.
So what ended up happening was I went to like GameStop, couldn't find it, and I found one at Toys R Us, and I went with my dad, and my dad was like, "How's it feel to buy your own game?" And I was like, "Yo, this feels good." I was cheesing. I had got the
A lot of people in high places think we're doing the city a favor by keeping the dope rolling into Central Avenue.
the slim, the Xbox 360 Slim that had like the matte black
Go a lot further.
finish. If I'm not mistaken, it had like not like physical button, but the power button was like touch sensitive, which was a pain in the ass sometimes, because sometimes I would be like you would accidentally, if you were doing anything near a console, you would accidentally like bump into the button, and then you would eject your disc or turn the game off, which was a pain in the ass. But you know, but that was like I felt real good. And now that I'm a little bit older, I find that the older you get, sometimes gaming just gets a little bit more difficult to not to enjoy, but to not I guess maintain. It's like this, like when I was a kid, like there was no such thing as like a bad a bad, I wouldn't say a bad game, but like now as an adult I can have like, because I wouldn't say I collect games, but I mean yeah, I pretty much collect games. So what I do is I usually get to about like a couple dozen, and then it's like I usually sell them off or something. So I'm like I just like playing games, and I established a backlog a lot. And when I was a kid, I didn't have a backlog. Like I had a few games that I had, and then that was it. You know what I mean? That was all. And as an adult, like let's say I got 30 Switch games, there's still like half I haven't even played yet. You know, and that's just something that that I noticed, you know, about me. And I'm like, when I was a kid, this wasn't even a thing. Like I remember playing the first Ratchet and Clank on PS2, right? And getting stuck somewhere like within the first like 2-3 hours of the game.
Not much call for ice anymore with all those new
And
refrigerators.
I would get stuck in the game and then basically replay. Oh damn.
That's one way of announcing we're here.
They said shit.
LAPD, hands in the air. You're done, my friend.
My brother-in-law hates my guts. Come and get me if you want some daylight through that suit of yours.
So yeah, so when I was a kid, like I replayed, what was that? Ratchet and Clank. There was like this world. Shit. Just got shot.
I'm wide open here. This one's got your name on it. You're fucking home.
What the hell is the matter? Can someone please get home already?
Give me some goddamn cover. I got you now, motherfucker.
Oh, come on, take cover. What the fuck? So yeah, so
How long do you think you can hold out?
when I was a kid, like I replayed games. When I got stuck, I just replayed it. I replayed the first like 3 hours of Ratchet and Clank 100 times and didn't even care. And like legit didn't even care. I see his head right there.
I'm wide open here.
Wait, how do you?
Stay down. I'm gonna find you. Give me some goddamn cover.
So, to me, right?
Find some cover.
So to me, when I think about like gaming, I'm like, yo, like there's just times when like I just come on, stick your head up.
Let's see if I can't put one right between your eyes.
And like now it's like I'm just, you know what I
Clear me
mean?
some space here.
Now it's like I have games and like I can have like a bunch of games and it's like I have such a hard time even just trying to figure out.
You're surrounded, and your buddies are dead.
Like, you ever just like have a hard time? Oh,
Right between your eyes.
oh, that dude what?
Give me some goddamn cover.
And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a very, very like things are just a little different. You know what I mean?
Throw out the guns.
Clear me some space here.
And you know, I just find it funny. I'm like, yo, when I was, oh, damn. I was like, yo, like when I was a kid, like there was no such thing as like having games that you felt like you ain't wanna play. Like you just had something, you know. And I feel like as an adult, being able to work and then spoil myself with not guns, spoil myself with games. It's like, you know, sometimes I think, you know. Whoa, hold on. Where'd I go? Oh boy.
They're all dead, Finkelstein. Leave the weapon and put your hands up now.
Put my hands up. Sure. Then what? Cop to peddling the dope? Cut a deal? Ship me off to the queue? Soon as I get locked up, some old friend puts an ice pick above my ear? No thanks.
Only one other way out, shitheel.
Damn it, did I miss this asshole? Like, really?
Let's have a look around. Now that we finally got some peace and quiet.
So yeah,
I
so
think I've had enough ice for
I'm having
until the scotch I poured
a little
myself
difficulty
is
trying
out
to
of here.
focus on playing the game and having something
Three
to
guesses what's in the box.
talk about.
Open her
So
up, Cole.
like, you know, when I was a kid, man, like I was saying, I replayed Ratchet and Clank like
Finkelstein robbed the
the
ship.
first opening hours like
My guess is Lenny took
over
her off
and
their hands.
over and over.
Big. This is gonna make the papers.
And back
folks.
then it was like you had like one game, you played it, then you went to the next. Now it's like you can oversaturate yourself as a gamer because you're able to just like buy games on cheap. Like that's what I do.
Well, who
I'll
would've
get
thought
games
that
on
Roy,
deals
our
and
handpicked
everything.
New partner would have turned out to be such a great case man. This is a good result, Phelps. As far as we can tell, Lenny the Fink was moving the morphine across the city and as far north as Frisco. This makes the feds very happy, and it makes Mickey Cohen look bad. I won't lie to you, kid. I like the headlines. I like them a lot. You keep this squad in the papers, and we'll get along just fine.
Yeah, one of the things about gaming too is that now that you're an adult and you're paying for your own games, now there's, you know, it's not just about fun. Now it's all about like investment. Like if you pay $60 for a game, it's like I want 60 hours. Well, not 60. I want my $60 to be validated, and you know, of course, not every game is going to to live up to your expectations. And like for me, for example, like I found myself every couple of years I fall into this rut where I just can't find the interest and to find something specific. You know what I mean? I just can't. I'm just like, okay, I have all this. I remember maybe about like a year ago, I was in another one of these ruts where I was like, yo, so what are we gonna do? Like, what are we gonna play? And I was like, I just can't find it. Even my dad was like, you know, I don't see you playing your game as much. And I'm like, I don't know what to play. Like, I don't know. And it scared me a little bit because I'm like, if I've always been a gamer and I know I love gaming, I mean, like, if I'm not at work, even when I'm on the job, really, like, you know, I'm on GameStop, I'm on the deals every Tuesday for the consoles.
Says he
Has he
can
said how much it's gonna cost?
$50.
And the department will front me the 50?
You can put in an expense claim. He's over at Mike Lyman's on Hollywood Boulevard. See what you can find out.
And this is really like, I'm like, yo, like, I just, sometimes you can just, you know, not have much interest. Like, here's the thing about gaming, right? There's always 100,000.
Boy's informant is the skittish type.
It's always like 100,000 different games. And sometimes, like, I find myself replaying the same couple games. I'm like, yo, like,
No, you just look like
look, I love Fallout New Vegas. I love Fallout New Vegas. But I do not want to replay Fallout New Vegas. And I know that Fallout is like, oh my god, it's Fallout. But like, listen to me, right? Fallout is that game that I've played and beaten multiple times to the point where it's like, even though I haven't seen everything, because like, here's the thing, I'm one of those gamers who, when I replay a game, I typically replay it and I may make a couple different decisions, but for the most part, like, for example, every single time I play Mass Effect 2,
Get this.
I'm the good guy.
Middle of the
I've never
afternoon,
played as a
this
renegade.
crazy woman decides to set fire
And I'll
to the
play that
hotel she
game
lives
10
in.
more times and
The fire
always
brigade
be
come and put it out. Couple hours
good
later,
guy.
she does it again. Phones up Central and says, I've set fire to my hotel twice today. You'd better come and get me.
But
They sent some uniforms round to get her? No, that's the best part. The desk sergeant, he gets his share of crank calls, says, all right, Lady Nero, why don't you come on down here? An hour later, she shows. Hair still smoking, clothes smoldering, smelling like a brush fire.
so yeah, so I'm sorry. It's I'm trying to focus on the game and seeing what I'm talking about. This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
When the hell's the food gonna arrive already?
But what was I talking about? I was talking about this has been, you know, I all right, well, anyway, here's the point of what I'm trying to say about gaming as an adult. Oh, I was talking about New Vegas and how I always replay the games the same way. I may make like a couple of different decisions, but for the most part, I don't mind. But it's like I'm having a hard time in gaming just even figuring out like new thing, like discovering something new, you know what I mean? I'm finding myself replaying the same games. And don't get me wrong, the games I replay, I think they're great. They're worth replaying.
Sure, right here.
I said
You want the money or the alternative?
But I was like, hey, you know, what are we gonna like play something new? Like when I play Dex, When I played Dex, this is like a
Are you
RPG.
hallucinating, Freddy?
Get stashed at a house at 1452 North
It's a
Las Palmas.
cyberpunk RPG. When I played that, I was so surprised. I said, "Damn, I love this." I don't even know if what would have happened if I would have tried anything.
He likes guns. How do I get my money?
Do me a favor, Freddy. Spend the money on a bus ticket. You can't last forever on a snitch jacket. Let's go visit this cruise character.
And this is one thing where I'm finding myself in I guess when it comes to gaming, it should always be to find something new. You know what I mean? To find something new and to find something exciting. But sometimes I find myself just being like comfortable with the same couple games. Like one game, all right, out of my Switch games. Let's see. Wasteland 2. Well, I mean, I would replay Wasteland 2. Mutant Year Zero. I would love to play that again. LA Noire. I would love to play that again, even though I'm playing it now. Fallout New Vegas, Mass Effect 2. Oh, the Metro Redux games. Well, the Metro Trilogy. That's 2033, Last Light, and Exodus. I would love to replay all those. And it's like, I would rather sometimes be more comfortable just playing
A hophead like
these
Freddy
familiar games
You're paying for every last
as
scratch.
opposed to finding something new and exciting. That's why when I played Dex,
A hophead like Freddy would
I
raffle
said,
his sister
yo,
for his next
like,
score.
I had a really good time. And not only did I have a good time, I basically beat the game, right? Beat the game. And then what I did was I beat the game and then I started another playthrough and streamed it for like 5 hours. And I basically had like the mindset of like, okay, now that I know how this game works, like I'm gonna fly through it. So I streamed like 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like I thought you could go through the fire hydrant. But yeah, so it's like sometimes I have to tell myself like, why are you gonna replay New Vegas for like the 10th freaking time? You know, there's so many games where that should be getting love that it's like, but why aren't they? You know? So, you know, when I was a kid, it was like gaming was just as simple as looking at a box cover. You know, it was just like, oh, that looks cool. Well, alright, well, if it looks cool, then I'm just gonna give it a try, and that's all that you needed. Now, sometimes I'll be like, I want to play a game, but I want to play a specific type of game, or I want to play something simple, like, you know, you would play Call of Duty if you just want to just shoot, you know what I mean? Just shoot and just turn your mind off. You know, you would play a couple rounds of Call of Duty. And it's like, where in the hell? I need to get me a different weapon. Now, where that shotgun at? Yeah, I want that. So, like, I just find it, like...
Give me some goddamn cover!
So I just find myself, like, you know, I just want to rediscover what it means to,
Weapons on the ground! Move, I gotcha!
I just want to rediscover what it means to pretty much, like, really get involved, you know what I mean? Like really. How you drop this thing? Oh wait, hold on, what was that? Nah, that's what I got now. So, you know, I just want to be more like, sometimes when I want to replay a game, you know what I mean? I want to replay it because like I just know a little bit more about it, and I'm like, you know, I can definitely, you know. Oh, you can blindside it. I shot him in the head. He should be dead.
You're clear. Go.
Alright, so let's go this way.
How long do you
Flank
think you can
these
hold out?
guys.
You're covered, Phelps.
Oh, damn it. Oh, got him.
That's it.
That guy tried to drive off. I had to hit him, you know. Pause. So yeah, so, you know, sometimes you find yourself when you've been gaming a while being like, you know what, I need to play something, but it's always just something very, very specific. It's never like, you know what, we have a bunch of games, we just gonna try one and then go. Sometimes like I want a game, I'm like, okay, I want something simple. And then there's times, oh, and here's another thing too, yo. Like when I decided I wanted to stream, I also had to have that talk with myself of being like, okay, do you want to stream or do you want to be a gamer? Because sometimes, like, I really do think that I'm losing my appreciation for gaming. Like when I think of streaming, I'm like, oh, streaming. And I'm like, yo, that's so cool. But then when I think about it, I'm like, you know, am I falling out of like love with gaming? Like, what is it? Is it just like now that I'm grown, I just don't feel the same? And I had to answer that question too, and I still don't have an answer per se. But it's like, if you've been a gamer your whole life, you know, and you run into an issue to where you know, that's what you've been about, that's what you've mostly been about, and then one day it changes, like, you know, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you deal from going from like loving to play games to getting older and then being like, you know, something's changed, but you don't know exactly what changed. All you know is that it just doesn't feel the same, but you don't know exactly when that like change happened, if that makes sense. Like one day I just woke up and I was like, you know what, I do feel that way. I do feel like, you know, that just a game is a game and there's always a game to be played, just ain't the same. You know, now it's like, now like if I'm gonna play the game, I want to play a game, but I want to play a game that's like very specific. It seems like instead of being like, yo, I'm playing games, you know what I mean? Oh, I remember this too. This nigga got terrible aim.
I'll try and find a way in. Calling KGPL. Officers need help.
Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, so yeah, so, you know, sometimes it seems like I'm playing less games, but the games that I do play, they have to absolutely, like, be. Okay, so obviously I'm sucking at this. But yeah, so I'm finding myself pretty much like being like, you know, I don't want to play 100 games, but I need to play a bunch of games, but they need to be exactly what I want it to be. You know what I mean?
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Let's reload.
Stay down.
I wonder, is that the guy I'm not supposed to kill or what?
I'll ask you politely to move on. Next time I won't be so nice.
You guys don't half leave a mess. What happened?
Dope peddler, Juan Cruz. He opened fire and, well, the rest of the story tells itself.
I'm saying. But yeah, so sometimes I think that like as much as I want to stream, I feel like I have to damn, a part of me really doesn't. Does he always end up dead? I kind of want to see, because the thing is that I want to restart the case because I kind of want to see what happens if you wait for backup. Yeah, you know what? Let's just start it. Just restart the case. Yeah, this is another thing too. The fact that this game doesn't have like the save system. If you leave the game, like you cut off the game, then it sends you back to not a long while, but like let's say if you want to replay a section like that, and let's say I was further in the case, then you know. So let's just go. Where is the exit? It was over here. And basically, guys, I just feel like sometimes I just need to get right and rediscover my appreciation for gaming. You know, sometimes I think that like I'm finding myself not wanting to discover, you know, I'm just more so in the state of, well, let me just like, you know, if I'm looking for something, I just want to look for something. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with me playing games that you like. It's just that
Get this.
What are you doing?
it's just that sometimes I just think I need to, instead of worrying about
Get
stream.
this.
See,
Middle of
this
the
is,
afternoon, this crazy woman decides to say,
I don't know. Sometimes like gaming is like, I grew up and I told myself like, yo, I'ma always be into gaming, but I just can't shake the feeling that my feelings towards it just hasn't been the same. Like, I'm finding myself just sticking to what's familiar. You know, I don't want to discover anything else. And then I'm like, well, I want to stream, but then it's like, okay, you want to stream, but like, you know, you need, I feel like there's something underneath the fact that like I'm going for the familiar instead of saying, hey, you know, there's John Wick Hex. You know, I'm a big John Wick fan. I bought the game, but yet I didn't play it yet. You know, and I just sometimes just think like, wow, you know, I really need to pretty much
fire to the hotel she lives in.
get
The fire.
Look where you're going.
where I need to go, you know? I wonder if
Get
I can
this.
jump this.
Middle of the afternoon, this crazy woman decides to set fire to the hotel she lives in. The fire brigade come and put it out.
Couple.
Christ alive, this is a nightmare.
Nobody wants to hear your corny ass joke.
All these grits.
There's a little sneak. That's him in the back, Cole. Freddy.
Yeah, so okay.
Let's go visit this Cruz character.
So, you know, I just like one thing about LA Noire is that like I really like this game. And the reason why I liked it was because you know, I didn't play well, I'm somewhat a fan of like detective games. Like I think that anything requiring like, you know, you to put puzzle pieces together and then figure it out, I feel like it's just fun to
Freddy
me.
would raffle his sister for his next score.
So this is why, like this, I'm like I could replay this to, you know, every couple years, you know, I can replay this. So, and this is also why I think that a lot of gamers like. Here's the thing, right? I want a LA Noire 2, but like I feel like what I want for myself is I want to be able to discover end games again. You know what I mean? I just do. Like I feel like I'm too familiar with what I like to play. You know, I'm too familiar with the games that I'm willing to play. I'm too just familiar, you know. I don't want to discover anymore, and that just sometimes just bothers me. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sit here. Basically, the plan is to move every couple seconds, and then the next time they reload, I'm gonna take one of them out. I'm gonna take the guy on the left out. Oh, damn it. Because they don't reload at the same time. Like, I know I could take the guy on the left out.
11K calling KGPL.
See, with just one guy, it's not that bad because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yo, like...
And it's the electric chair.
Oh, he can't seem to hit me here. We just gonna wait for the squad to show up to see what they do.
Move, I got you.
Yeah, apparently he can't shoot me right here, so let's just wait and see what's what. There's still 2 people. Oh, okay. I'm about to say there's still 2 people down the street that don't seem to be taking this all too seriously.
You're covered, Bell. Drop the gun, or I will return fire.
Where's the... I don't care. I'll sit here 10 hours if I got to. I'm gonna wait for the squad to show up.
Stay down.
Hold on.
You're clear. Go.
Oh, he got me.
You're covered, Phelps. Stay in cover. Move, I got you.
Oh, so you gotta kill him. Nothing happens.
Give me some goddamn cover.
It's worse than a war zone.
You're close. You're covered, Phelps.
I was really hoping that they would eventually just come on out and reinforcements was.
You guys don't half leave a mess. What happened?
Dope peddler, Juan Cruz. He opened fire and, well, the rest of the story tells itself.
Like, have any of you guys who the gamers, have you any of you guys like found yourself like being extremely pinky? A sanke.
Drug or a village in Borneo? Doesn't appear to be in Spanish.
But like you find yourself being like, you know, finding more niche games, like instead, you know, sticking to like one type of game. Like let's say if you're really big on that's the dictionary, I'm assuming.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, Dictionario probably just converts the stuff. What's with the eye? Okay, yeah, so like for me, like I'm really big on RPGs. This is why, like, you know, that's just what I like. Like RPG games to me are just fun. Like I like games to where you can just like play the game and then you can invest points into stats and stuff like that. Except for in Final Fantasy X where I freaking failed and that game got to like the first well not the first, but like a boss that no, I meant to do the jacket. That basically it's like a gigantic boss.
Silver dollar. I thought they took these things out of circulation.
And I bet you that coin that says Masinke. Guaranteed.
Juan Garcia Cruz. This is his address, but this place looks like a front.
And the head, the other hand. Okay, I thought there was another pocket. There's still something I haven't found yet. Oh, there's a whole nother section of the... Oh, that's right, the other room.
circumstantial.
LA Noir was doing what the Order 1886 was doing years before. What is that? Some type of syringe or something?
Nothing significant.
Oh, quality pencils. Thought that was like a box of syringes or something.
Doesn't anyone eat regular meals anymore? Junkies feeding on popcorn and grasshoppers living on soup.
Yeah, I don't think they're living on that stuff. There's still something I haven't gotten.
Operator, give me dispatch.
And this is one thing. Oh, you want to know what game I am actually excited to try that I'm gonna play off the stream? Is Dragon's Dogma.
I need an address on a Parnell Soup Company.
Although I am gonna go through Mutant Year Zero again because I've been watching somebody replaying the game, and pretty much it's a pretty good like the way I played it and how I see somebody else play it on like the hardest difficulty. I was like, yo, how do you get the stats to be like that? Because Mutant Year Zero, I mean, it's a fantastic game. I mean, it's that damn good. That's how good it is. It's that damn good. You know, you got the I feel like there's something in here I'm supposed to be seeing. But what is it? If it's not, 'cause I swear I assumed that it was the eye. Something about that book I'm supposed to be noticing. All right, let's look around because obviously I missed something. Okay, so what other rooms is there? Because I know that this music is on for me. That's it. Something outside, maybe?
Find anything interesting?
Detectives, you'll want to come meet Mr. Fickman, the neighbor. Sounds like he's got something for you.
Okay, what this guy got to say?
Detectives Phelps and Durrell. We were told you...
Always knew they were up to no good. Son of a bitch spent more time in the chicken coop than in his house.
Thank you, sir. That's very helpful. And next time you witness suspect behavior through the crack in your curtains, please call us before something like this happens.
Wait, in his chicken coop? I forgot to search even the backyard.
Now we're getting somewhere.
And that was completely by a guess. That's right.
More soup? Who in the hell keeps a secret stash of soup?
Look at that. That's a can opener sticking out of the wall. That reminds me of like when you were in school and you used to have those pencil sharpeners. You used to have to ground your pencil up.
With Juan dead, we need a new suspect, Cole. Is there a pattern to the deliveries?
Wait, 50 pounds, 50 pounds, 50 pounds, 50 pounds, and it's always to Tijuana.
This guy EJ seems to be bringing in most of the serious weight. Dates and times seem pretty regular. We should notify the border crossing.
Those fuckers are probably in on it. Let's wait and see how this plays out.
That's crazy. That's a thing. Neighbor just straight up snitched on him and was like, yo, it has to be something. Something about this book. It'll come in handy eventually. It has to. It's too descriptive. So what do we... Oh, maybe we talk to the phone, maybe? Do we wait in here for the... EJ.
You hungry or something, Phelps?
We're gonna find some weed in there.
I'd say that's pretty good value for 12 cents.
Factory sealed. Someone at the cannery has a lot of explaining to do.
Woo! Let's see if this one... Yep. Okay, that's everything.
I think I've seen it all.
Okay, so where can we be going? Case objective. Investigate Parnell's. Okay, we gotta set this as the destination. So basically these guys are using the factory to pretty much fund their thing. To fund the weed.
Qrider says the morphine is still turning up.
Makes sense. We have no idea how much of the stuff Lenny shifted. There's been no comeback from Cohen as yet.
Maybe Confidential Magazine is right, and Bugsy is on the slide.
You read that stuff? I wouldn't say it to his face if I was you. That is one hot-tempered son of a bitch.
Okay, so we gonna turn right here. And then we are going to investigate the soup company. Yeah, so
Right. Let's see if we can find out who's been overseeing.
I'm gonna be replaying Mutant Year Zero on my own, pretty much.
Mr. Parnell,
Let me move my camera so that way I can have a
Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must.
better
You just wanted to follow her, didn't you? You sly dog. I must apologize for my partner's roving eye. He hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
Give it a rest, Roy.
I like to play with my feet kicked up sometimes.
If If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Follow me, gentlemen.
Time is it? 8, 7, 7:15. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna actually just hop off the stream now. Yeah, I just thought of something. Gotta do. Alright, this is an abrupt ending, but you know, I'll be back to pretty much I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I just thought of something I have to do. Alright.